Hello, and welcome to the Cosmic Jester, where we use the sacred fool, sacred clown, mischievous trickster energy along with wax reading in order to understand our psyches better, in order to explain shadow work. So first we're going to pull a Cosmic Jester card while our wax is melting. And then we will pull a Deviant Moon tarot card, and those two will kind of guide what we're doing, and then we will start reading wax. I do 3 layers of wax. Let us start with your Cosmic Jester card. And I usually pull a few more later as well. The mystery of existence continues alongside your laundry. You know, that really cracks me up, because I don't know about you, but if you're anything like me, I can get so existential. I can get so bothered about the wonders of life, the wonders of the universe, that I'm like, oh, there's a real world here. And, you know, a lot of times in spiritual circles, we're taught that the whole goal is to elevate out of being human. But really, when you look at the Kabbalistic Tree of Life, which I'm working on a series on, so you can check that out, the idea is not to elevate yourself out of material world. It's to circulate between spiritual and manifest yourself. You're here for a reason. You chose, or you manifested something for some reason, right? So it doesn't really make sense for you to try to escape that. You have a time here that you're supposed to be here, and it's a limited amount of time, right? So it's so fun, and for a lot of us, it's just what we do. We want to know about shadow work. We want to know the mysteries of the universe and stuff, but we still have to remember that. I know I can take a walk. I'm like, I'm going to take a walk and just clear my head. And then like 10 minutes in the walk, I'm like, oh, I'm outside taking a walk because I got so caught up in my brain. Let's see. We have the 8 of Cups here from that deck. All right. Let's see. This wax looks like it's about ready. So time to get our first message. So with this 8 of Cups, we're looking at the energy of moving away from a situation, or even the way she's looking at it, it's almost like that, you know, normally the 8 of Cups is like moving away from something, and there's like a little bit of a sadness, but this is almost like there's a feeling of denial about it, right? Let's pour that wax, see what we get. A little shaky today. I do that sometimes. I have a few limitations, and shakiness is one of the side effects. All right. First of all, I see a snake here. Right here, there's its head. There's a person curled up on their knees. It's like they're praying or crying. Okay. So there could have been a situation of deception in your life, and you have not wanted to face it. With snake, I get like snakes in the grass. Snakes in the grass, right? So there's a situation where you know that there's someone who is being deceptive, or there's a situation that you are ignoring. It might not be a person. It might just be that there's something that you're ignoring, right? And ignoring it's not going to let it go away, right? You have to take care of the practical stuff. Even if you don't want to, even if it feels painful, even if it feels wrong, you still have to live in your practical life. So the snake in the grass is either your subconscious, or, you know, a lot of times this kind of stuff, it's like right under the surface, right? It's right under the surface. You know what it is, you know you need to change, but a lot of times you just can't bring yourself to do it, or you just push it back down. You become in denial about it, because facing what it actually is can be harder, can feel harder than just pretending it's not there, even though, as Aldous Huxley say, I say this all the time, I quote him all the time, the longer, you know, everything has a price, and the longer you wait, the higher the price. Her head is also like a moon, but this part of the moon is the dark, right? So the idea of her shadow is the reason why she is in denial about this. Let's pull another card to kind of expand upon this, and then we will pour our second wax. Have you tried taking yourself 10% less seriously? That is like the best advice I've ever given myself, because okay, so I try to remember this a lot, that try to put this somewhere where you can see it, that we're just like, you know, skeletons and brains and meat bodies hurtling through space on a rock, and yet we're over here freaking out about this imaginary thing called money that we all made up. I mean, obviously it's got real world repercussions because we all decided it did together collectively, but, or like invisible lines. Oh, you were born on this side of this line, you're fine. But if you walk 5 feet this way and you're on the other side of the line and in another country, suddenly you're in trouble. We're taking all this stuff seriously. You know, if we banded together, we could change the rules, because a lot of it just makes literally no sense. The mystery of existence continues alongside your laundry. Have you tried taking yourself 10% less seriously? How often are you being goofy? How often are you playing? Really playing? Not going to play, but having that feeling of dread, having that underlying feeling of doom, having that underlying feeling that you're not doing enough or that you're not right. How often does that happen? I see an eagle here. Okay. Ooh, the wax is moving. Well, that's cool. We'll just let it do its thing while it dries. So we'll talk about the eagle. First, you know, eagle is like, it's actually funny because as the wax moved, it actually became a turkey, which is really funny because I think the original bird, or no, Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers wanted the turkey to be the national bird, not the eagle. So we see eagles as like bold and da-da-da, and turkeys are, you know, stupid, but they're practical because, you know, food, da-da-da-da. And I also see this person here with like flowing hair. So there's been this lot of energy of like a person in prayer. And there's even an arrow like shooting into this person's heart. So yeah, if this is really bothering you, if this is, you know, the whole point of the Cosmic Jester, the sacred trickster, that kind of thing, is to agitate something in your soul. So I don't think it's a coincidence that I was just talking about, honestly, borders and money and stuff. And then I got an eagle and a turkey, which, you know, eagle is obviously America's, you know, you might not be here from America, but what's going on in America affects everywhere in the world right now because, you know, stuff is cray-cray. But the reason that I'm getting this for your reading is because the seriousness, the scariness, the way this has affected your life and even maybe your finances and your, you know, that kind of thing, and your mood has made it feel so heavy. Your job could be affected. Obviously, food and stuff like that is crazy expensive right now. So taking some time to be a little goofier, taking some time to ponder the mysteries of the universe. You know, it's funny because at first I felt like this was like, don't get too stuck in your head. Remember, there's a real world. But now I'm saying, don't get too stuck in the real world. Make sure you dream sometimes. Make sure that you are embracing the mystery sometimes. And let's pull our last Cosmic Jester card. They accidentally did the thing 17 times. The jury remains skeptical. Okay. And then we're going to pull. So with that card, the feeling I get is that certain people, even certain institutions that we have to deal with day to day, they do things that are harmful to, you know, on an individual level or on a big scale. And then they're just like, oops, and you're supposed to just take it, even though you're like, that's not sitting right with me, right? And so the idea is to numb you to that specific thing so they can keep doing it and keep getting whatever benefit they're getting without being questioned, without being challenged. But it is our duty. It is our duty to challenge, And our final wax strip for today. This is so funny because I actually see a jester. This is the Cosmic Jester. We do the jester energy. There's actually a jester here. It is time for you have some kind of snarky personality and you may have hidden it away. It's time for you to bring that snarky personality back out, right? Oh, you could even use this. Oh, you accidentally did that for the 700th time. Get that snark back. Let's see what else we have. I love reading wax. It's so beautiful. I might frame these. There are some, when it comes to these things that you're kind of ignoring. Now there's a chicken right there. What is with all the birds in this one? Obviously there's the eagle, but there's some goofy ass birds in this one too. And there's a hand holding a rose. And then another little jester hat there. You need to play. You need to be goofy. You've been holding it together. You've been noble. You've played by the rules and it didn't help you. It didn't serve you. So it's time to throw off the mask, the persona, the who you're supposed to be, and just be who you are. Do not give in to the idea that there is nothing more than what they tell you. There's nothing more. And whether this is an individual, whether this is your job, whether we're talking about society at large for a lot of you. Resistance in any situation, it doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't even have to be obvious. In fact, some of the best resistance is this kind of sacred full energy. You point out the absurdity. It is absurd that we have to trade our lives away for a teeny tiny bit of money so that we can buy, just enough food to get by on a planet where we have enough resources and technology to easily feed and make everybody abundant. It is just a story that we are told until a lot of people believe it. And then if enough people believe it, then everybody has to live by those rules. So embodying playful energy, embodying snarky energy, this kind of attitude, it will bring a little wonderful divine chaos. It will bring a little bit of wonderful questioning to people. And you have that within you. You wouldn't be here. So there's 2 readings of this, actually. Like I said, there's the idea of don't get too caught in your head and don't ignore reality. But there's also ignore the reality that you are given and make sure you're seeing real reality, what it really is. Okay? Take yourself less seriously. Be a goofball. Be silly. Have fun. Play. I feel like you have like a sharp wit, a sharp sense of humor. Use it. Don't hold back anymore. Sometimes you have to hold back a little bit, but you are actually witty enough and smart enough that you could say things to get people thinking without you actually saying anything that would directly, get you into trouble or anything. You got this. Okay. Thank you for being here, you cosmic jesters. I am always so happy to share this trickster energy with other people. And this is every Thursday at 11 a.m. for now. So please feel free to come by as often as you want. Check out my other series. I do Pick a Card on Saturday. I do Black Mirror scrying on Sunday. And I do tea leaf readings from ancestors, deities, your guides, Akashic records and stuff. I do that on Tuesdays. And of course, I have shorts every night at 8 p.m. Anything from tarot readings to my own trickster energy, which is my day in the life of a mystic, which are various silly spiritual things that I do or I encounter. And those are on Monday and Wednesday nights. Please tell me below a time that you really embodied the trickster energy, because I think that I would love to laugh. I think that you would make me laugh a lot. Okay, thank you. I'll see you next week.